Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun little project to share with you. I'm calling it the Hey You Surprise because it's got a surprise underneath the perforated flap. So let's get started. I am going to stamp this gorgeous center cut geometric pattern background cling. That's a mouthful. Onto a panel of Neenah Solar White cardstock that I cut really large enough to fit that whole entire background stamp. So I'm inking up the background cling with Versamark ink. First I rub down my cardstock with the magic powder bag, and then I'm stamping it. I'm using my full-size MISTI to get good, precise impression. Then I'm pouring on some clear embossing powder, also by Simon Says Stamp, and I'll heat that with a heat gun. One of my favorite things to do is emboss resist. I love when you have a beautiful pattern, especially a geometric one, to emboss it in clear and then go over it with distress inks. So I'm starting with my favorite color in all of the land, Twisted Citron. And it didn't really have a plan. I just wanted to pull out some of my favorite colors and go to town. So if you ever struggle with ink blending, you feel like you never get smooth results, it can be tricky. Maybe you get splotches. Maybe you get frustrated, you're discouraged. Try Emboss Resist. It's very forgiving. It doesn't show any imperfections. Look, I'm going from color to color, blending them together. I'm not taking any time. Really, you see here, now I'm going in with Blueprint Sketch. And it doesn't show any splotches. Something about the embossed pattern just kind of hides it all. You know what I mean? It's like I wish I could put some of that, like I wish I could do Emboss Resist on my face to hide all the imperfections. You know, back in the day, I used to have smooth skin, and now it's still smooth, but I got all these age spots coming in, you know, all the spots. Anyway, now I'm trimming down this panel to fit a standard size card. So I'm doing 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. I'm using my Big Mama 12 by 12 tonic guillotine paper trimmer, which I get lots of questions about. People ask, do you love it? Does it cut straight? Is it safe for kids? Yes, yes, yes to all those questions. I highly recommend it. I've had it for years. Now I'm die cutting one of the perforated flap dies into another little panel of Neenah Solar White. And this is where the Hey You Surprise comes in. I'm kind of obsessed with the perforated flaps lately. I like surprises. I like giving surprises to people. And you can put all kinds of fun things behind the flap, whether it be a photo, money. This time I'm doing a gift card. I have a fun little gift card to this store. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called Charming Charlie's. And we have one here at our mall. It's like an accessory store. They got all kinds of fun stuff there. So I'm tucking the little gift card behind that perforated flap, put some score tape around the edge, and putting another panel behind it. So now the gift card is tucked inside. I'm going to put that on the front of my card. So basically what it is, it's just another fun, unique way to give a gift card or whatever you want to tuck inside. I just think it's fun. So now moving on to the sentiment. So for the sentiment, I wanted to die cut a few letter dies using the EVERETT solid letter dies, but I wanted my letters to tie in to the background. So that's what I'm doing here. I have a little panel of cardstock, doing some ink blending using the same colors that I used on the background. And as you can see, I'm just not really taking much time, just going around and around until I'm happy with that. And then I'll flick on some flicks of water because I'm kind of into that thing. Using my distress sprayer bottle, just I kind of like tap the nozzle hose on my finger and then dry it with a paper towel. So here are the letter dies that I'm using. They are called EVERETT solid letter dies. They're also from the Good Vibes release, designed by the one and only Kathy Zilski. I just love the classic look of them. So I'm spelling out Hey You. You can't tell yet, but I got the H-E-Y and then the O-U. I've got to do the Y twice because there's only one Y in the die set. So Hey You, I like Hey You. It's small enough to fit on the front of a card. And then in between the Hey and the U, I'm going to emboss a fun little sentiment from the Vacation Time stamp set. I'm embossing that in white on a strip of black cardstock. It says, "You've been working hard. time to take a break. I really should give this card to myself. I feel like, I feel like I've been working the hardest, but that's just my opinion. Now, here's how I line up the letters to make sure they're straight. I use my grid mat and the lines on it, and then once I get them straight and spaced right, I take a piece of Post-it tape and stick them all together temporarily. And then I put foam tape on the back of them because I'm crazy. I like dimension. What can I say? It would be much easier if you just adhered them flat to the card, but I like the dimension, so I put little slivers of foam tape, and then all you got to do is flip over the Post-it tape and stick it down, and you know that they're all spaced, and you know that they're all straight. So you've got the hey and the U. And you carefully peel off that Post-it tape, and the letters are centered just how you like them. I'm also going to pop up that coordinating sentiment right in the middle. So this card's going to go to my daughter. She's been working hard. My oldest daughter's been working at the local pool, which is not easy. It's hot, and there's lots of little kids running around screaming. She's also been juggling her cross-country practice, running lots of miles. So I know she'll lift up that flap, see the Charming Charlie's gift card. She wants to go there, get her ears double pierced. She's already got the one piercing. She wants to add the one next to it. I guess that's what all the teeny poppers want to do these days. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.